Okay, so let me know if my sound is good. Let me know if my quality is good. I do apologize. I am working. I'm working some stuff out. Um, hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, it's my kid's birthday, so I'm not gonna be doing. I'm not gonna be going too long. Hang on, let me share this out because I get no type of love from YouTube. Like I don't. And you know that's honestly because I'm in a really bad algorithm, and I'm trying my hard to get out, dude. Like I'm gonna have to just start unsubscribing from a lot of people. Stop dealing with a lot of people. I need to just be in my own zero spot. Okay, thank you, Brownie. Thank you, dear. I really do appreciate everything you do. What's going on, Wally? What's going on, Miss Day? Ty. I hope I didn't say that wrong. If y'all do me a solid, share this video. I really do appreciate that. Um, this came across me. I saw this on Media Takeout, TikTok. Um, it was cringeworthy. It was like holy crap. And then after that, shout out to the homie O'Shea. He talked about it some, but I think he didn't understand how deep he was into it or how deep it goes. So, what's going on? Okay, you didn't see the video? Okay, so let's get it out the way. I'm gonna be sharing it right now. I'm getting everything ready. Um, Now I'm right back. So what's happening right now is there is an up and coming uh there's an up and coming wave of music coming out. It's very misandrous. It's on the misandry level. The music is very, 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 very. Listen, y'all thought. Listen, man. Uh, it's very cringy. It talks about that of women bragging about killing and murdering babies. Now, it was one thing when people talk about it in songs about uh, murder, murder, murder. It meets the mind and all that stuff. Or, I know we have a very death worshiping thing, But this is a whole new level. What's going on, Master Viper? Share the video. Um, this is going to be a session of a rap era of bragging about hashtag abortions and sex. So, um, yeah, but actually, she's not the only one. See, there was first of all the first rapper, if you know, Glorilla. Glorilla is a rapper. She has a song called "Fuck Nigga Free," and it's kind of interesting because the women are making songs about that of um they want to be fuck nigga free, and then the next one I hear was got even worse. It was about um baby daddy free, and that one is talking about abortions and that of the death of children, and you know specifically killing yeah, I heard about O'Shea's one. I heard O'Shea's one. I just didn't. Like I said, today's my kid's birthday, so I didn't feel like going live. And but literally, like I got flooded with more stuff coming in, and like there's actually more female rappers rapping about killing their baby daddies. I don't know. This is starting to become a thing. It's starting to become a thing with black women, and I'm being honest. It's a thing with black women rapping about killing their baby daddies, killing the babies. Um, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. This is very, very, very dangerous. I don't have to make it up. Like I'm gonna play y'all the song. I'm gonna show y'all the other song. Hell, they got a whole production. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. It's pretty cringy. It's pretty cringy. Like this is very horrible. And what's interesting about it is it's allowed. Now, the first one that you saw was baby daddy, baby daddy free, right? BDF baby daddy free. That got 8.5 views, right? The comments were turned off. 384 likes, talking about being baby daddy free. Now, these are the lyrics to that song. Okay, hang on, buddy. Let's get rid of you. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, so while they're doing that, why do they have the ads? Oh, I hate when the ads. But then there's another song. Let me go over here on those ads. This is by Thought T. I can't make this up. I can't make. I need a drink, man. I need a drink. It's too early, man, for this type of shit. Thoughty World production. The song is called "Baby Daddy Ain't Shit." The song is about get it, girl. Let me make sure. And this raw as fuck. Brat's making it out for sure. fire. Yup. Shawty turned up. She hard as fuck. Yes. SFG, First Lady IC. Hey, she raw. King Yet Yo's sister. My new boyfriend ain't shit. I should have kept the old one. You get that if you just steal the Bratz Dolls logo and try to brand it as something you created and associated, you're looking for a new lawsuit, right? Charleston. Oh, God. Horrible. One dude said, this is horrible. Thank you, God. LOL, this is horrible. What's her Instagram? This song right here is literally about killing the baby daddy. It's not that I'm giving in the spot. I get what you're trying to say, Wally. Like, I'm giving in the spot. But y'all don't get there's an up and coming. Like, I want you to understand this. And I want you to really hear me say this. Show me the platform where a man can get on and rap about killing his child mother. Show me. I'll wait. Show me the platform. From what I'm hearing, okay. Thank you. Okay. But y'all understand what I'm saying? I understand. My bad, Wally. I misinterpreted. I shouldn't read the chat. But you have it where the women are now rapping about the murder of the children and the father. How far removed has it gotten? How far removed has it gotten? And see, I don't hear no where is it where the women are getting on this one right here? I would like to know where the women uprise or roar about, hey, like this is getting too rough. Don't come to me with that bullshit about we together now. Like, and I mean, I'm not saying everybody's like that, but you got to start. If I got to address that, and y'all know me, I play straight and I play fair. I be going to bat. I be arguing with Warren. Shout out to Master Viper. I be arguing with a lot of dudes. Where the fuck are y'all women at arguing with these bitches that are rapping about killing children? Rapping about shooting the father. Tell me where y'all at. Other than that, don't be coming in my fucking face talking to me. Hey, women are out here. They're being silenced and suffering. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. This is disgusting. You'll never hear a song where listen. I don't want to listen, man. This is why I'm saying I am getting the fuck out of these spaces now, dude. Like, literally, if they can brag about killing the father and the children, I didn't see nobody doing that much videos on Sukihana. Y'all remember Sukihana? Huh? Remember Sukihana made the video with a baby? Y'all, oh, okay, we forgot that. Let me go get that. Let me go get that video with Suki But I know people forgot that about Suki. Suki talking about get low, taking a baby around and pushing it while women are twerking on little boys and little children and shit. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm seeing a very death worshiping cult about babies and men. And y'all keep telling BMT, oh, ignore that shit. You don't that's not real BMT. Get the fuck away from me now. Because their voice is getting very dangerous. That's what it is, what it is now. I don't see the same fucking energy. Y'all work with them motherfuckers. Go find a way to go silence them. This ain't no like now I'm starting to definitely see maybe I'm the crazy motherfucker now. Hang on, let me go grab this shit. Let me grab this shit. Y'all so cool with that fucking goddamn pedophile running around this motherfucker. They got goddamn pedos running around getting more play and clout. Yup. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. My bad. I thought I missed it. Like I'm saying, what's going on, Brother Art? Shout out to Brother Art. What's going on, Mahogany? I gotta get. I have to ask, where's the direction of the women? You know what? I gotta give it up to the Crimson Cure. Maybe she might be the only one now. Hang on, let me go grab this shit. I forgot. See, y'all to stop with this right here. Y'all remember this video right here? Okay, let's do the playback of that video. Let's look at that. You see, it's growing. They got a very derogatory cult following going about that of the death of children. They got Thotty Productions. Baby Daddy Ain't Shit. And now, Baby Daddy Free. I'm not going to lie. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say about the Manosphere, but I have yet heard a song from the Manosphere, and I'm going to be for real. I haven't heard a song from the Manosphere talking anything about killing children. I haven't heard it yet. I haven't heard no Passport Bros. I haven't heard nothing. Y'all going to have to show me where it is. I haven't heard it where anybody has got on and started talking about the baby mama should die. I never heard it where they said the baby should have died. I haven't heard not one man, and I got to give it to the space. I haven't heard not one man from the Passport Bros to anywhere around go around saying that they wish death upon the children. Y'all gonna have to show me that shit. All them women in that sector that about well the kids, they're sexual and all that shit. I know they won't. I know they won't. This is the most fucking goddamn degenerate shithole I'm dealing with now. I'm fine. I want y'all to stand. BMT stand alone. I'm gonna stand alone by myself. I don't want nobody's with me on this one. I'm good by myself. I'm connecting all the fucking goddamn dots. I don't mind taking the copyright strike. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I've done moved on to bigger and better things now. I'm a household man that literally is looking at, yo, bro, don't tell me any of those shit about protection. Don't tell me no shit about accountability. Don't tell me no shit about what the black man should be doing. You check them bitches first. Well, ain't nobody got the power to check them bitches. I know why, because y'all love them bitches. Y'all want to go out there with them bitches. You want to hang with the bitch. You want to goddamn dress up and teach the bitch. You want to rear and raise the bitch. Well, guess what? Now the bitch says, I want your babies dead. I want the men that fuck with me dead. You got to ask yourself, what would get a woman to that type of hate? What would make a woman be that hateful? That she would want children dead. She would want men dead. And y'all will tell me I'm supposed to save that? Y'all lost y'all fucking mind. Shout out to Mahogany. You did a good show with Mary. Tell her Mary to go do it. Tell her Mary go do a video on that bitch. Do me a favor. Tell her Mary go do a show on that bitch. Since he's calling out the manosphere, make sure he do a show on these bitches talking about they want the death of men. I bet you he won't. Tell him if he gonna keep it fair and balanced, tell him to go after that. Tell him to go after that. Tell him to go after the men. And I ain't got no beef with Mary, but I'm going to say keep it fair. If you're going to go after the men here, make sure you go after the women that are talking about they want dead babies. That they want the men dead too. You're going to say, hey, the men ain't shit. Call out the men shit bitches too. I'm not doing the link drop, Mahogany. I'm not doing the link drop. When I come to y'all chats, I don't always ask for the link to be dropped. I just come in. I don't ever ask for the link to be dropped. I'm not. I got to do a whole show. I put the link to the video down below. It's nothing personal. I'm doing the show. Okay? It's nothing personal. You my Geechee. I love you. But I got to get this shit off my chest as a man because this shit right here, I got to call out what's going on in the household, man. And this shit right here, y'all make it seem like black men aren't seeing this shit, man. And this is what's making so many vitriol men. When men have to hear, no. Yeah, thank you, dear. When men are hearing women brag about that they want children dead, what do you say? Let me grab this shit, man. I'm gonna play some of this shit, this horrible, degenerate shit, man. I'm gonna play some of this shit, man. Where's that shit at? Let me play this disgusting shit.
Mind. Let's go, bitch. I got murder on my mind. Let's go. Yeah, bitch. I got murder on my mind. Let's go. Murder. Bitch, I got murder on my mind. I forgot the plan B. Ain't no nigga cuffing me. You can't put me on the shelf, bitch. I'm outside with the team. All these bitches having babies, but that ain't finna be me. Said he wanna settle down. Niggas selling all these dreams. He got 1 kid, 2 kid, 3 kid, 4. Bitch, he cheaper by the dozen if his ass have any more. And I'm only 25, still got a couple years to go. I don't need a babysitter, cause this baby gotta go. It's a shortage on the milk, and them diapers be expensive. I ain't tryna be a MILF, so I swallow all his children. I got hyphy in my blood, so you know I'm big pimpin'. Niggas tryna fall in love, tell them niggas I ain't with it. I done took care of niggas, now it's time to care for me. Rearrange the alphabets and skip the L's, I'm a P. I be on these bitches' necks, they like Nick, I can't breathe. VVS is in my Cuban, and my wrist is AP. Let's go, yeah, bitch, I got murder on my mind. Murder, murder, bitch, I got murder on my mind. Murder, bitch, I got murder on my mind. Let's go. Bitch, I got murder on my mind. I'm BDF, nigga, baby daddy free. That mean I ain't got a nigga, baby, coming out of me. So I'm ABORTING. On my way to the clinic, I forgot the plan B. Let's go. Murder, murder, murder.
Yep. What's up? Shout out to Ramil. Yes, I know the beat goes hard. Yes, I know. Like I said, these women done told y'all they got murder on their mind. They ain't trying to be at the home. They said, fuck all that shit. Listen, y'all talk that mushy shit. Hey, these young girls have chosen. I don't want to hear no shit that they stupid, dumb, that they don't know better. They said, hey, they know hell, this bitch was talking about goddamn inflation. I ain't never heard a bitch rap about inflation. She said they short on milk, goddamn Plan Bs and shit. I was like, God damn. I'm like, first of all, let me say this first. Little mama, you got a good flow. I'm not gonna lie. That was from somebody that listens to music, that was a goddamn flow. But that shit was on something. She said murder on her fucking. Listen, bro. Y'all gonna have to show me the man that can make a rap song like that. I promise y'all, cancel culture will be on his mind. Shit. Y'all can't listen. Listen. I already know I'm gonna get copyright, so I'm good. Listen. I gotta let Ramil rock. I don't listen, Master Viper. You know the bad thing about it is that video got 8.5. I know, bro. I know, but that bit. Listen, bro. She's not the only one. You want to know? Let me show you. Let me show you. Y'all think y'all listen, bro. I'm gonna show y'all another one. I know because I'm gonna show y'all. Yo, I'm gonna play that again. I want y'all to hear. I want y'all. Y'all listen, boy. Y'all not dealing with no woman on Little House at the Prairie no more. I don't listen, bro. Y'all listen. Y'all need to stop that submissive shit talk now, bro. Stop that submissive shit. Stop that goddamn Little House on the Prairie family shit. Stop, listen, bro. It's Mortal Kombat, nigga. Like y'all niggas. Listen, bro. You better listen. Y'all dealing with goddamn Melina, Katana, Jade, Lee, and goddamn fucking goddamn Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Y'all niggas be ready. Hey, bro. Good luck to all y'all. Good luck to all of y'all right now, bro. Y'all listen. This community shit talk is done. This shit, I don't know what to tell you. That soft girl shit ain't gonna work no more. But listen, bro. These niggas have already done chosen, bro. They done chosen how this shit going down. Shout out to Ramil for the $10. Listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie, the beats be good. I can't even get mad. But these women, goddamn, they on some damn. They on. Listen, bro. Listen. Y'all think y'all cold? Y'all not nowhere close to what the fuck these goddamn women are on now. Like y'all, listen, man. It's that bad. It's that bad. Let me go ahead and play this shit. I'm gonna play this shit. This is my last video, and then I'll give you my commentary. Let me go make sure I put up my fair use and shit. I know they're gonna probably get me. They fucking get me. They get me. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's Brats.
It's fresh.
Baby daddy ain't shit. Yeah. He don't ever get a son. Nah. I don't fuck with him. I'ma take his gun. Even think he got a drum. He ain't really from the slums. Nope. Talk shit, pop shit, but the only thing he running is his gun. Shut up. I'ma shoot him in his lungs. Baby daddy, you a capper? Type of shit on the book, trying to sound real. Boy, you is an actor. And you're preaching like a pastor. Always on the book, talking about the boy, you looking like an addict. You about to lose your family. Yeah. Brady about to find a dad. A real ass nigga, that is what brats need. Right. Take care of my son and supply my needs. Tired of begging, tired of trying, tired of asking you please. I'ma find me a nigga who gon' get on their knees. I ain't fucking with my baby daddy, Jenny, you a hoe. Texting bitches, liking pictures, trying to keep it on the low. Doing shit behind my back, oh you really think you slick? All them hoes gon' send you back with that little ass dick. How the fuck I fall in love with that small ass shit? But I'm about to find a plot, cause I'm a boss ass bitch. Me and my son, we go on dates, that's some boss ass shit. And when I blow up off this song, then I'ma floss my wrist. Baby daddy, please stop it, boy, I know the real you. And if I didn't have this baby, boy, I would've killed you. You be chasing ratchet hoes, boy, I cannot feel you. Leave your family for a thought, that's not what the real do. Clown. Baby daddy ain't shit, yeah. He don't ever get a son. Nah. I don't fuck with him, I'ma take his gun, even think he got a drum. He ain't really from the slums. Nope. Talk shit, pop shit, but the only thing he running is his gun. Shut up. I'ma shoot him in his lungs. Baby daddy, you a capper? Type of shit on the book, trying to sound real. Boy, you is an actor. And you're preaching like a pastor. Always on the book, talking about a perk. Boy, you looking like an addict. You about to lose your family. Yeah. Brady about to find a daddy.
It's fresh.
It's Brats, man. When you see me, you gonna love me. And when you love me, I promise you gonna see me. Mob.
It's fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Get it. Yeah.
What I just saw after that, listen, y'all. I done. I done. I done. I wasn't expecting the video after that. That shit. Listen, y'all want to see what I saw, y'all? But I know y'all gonna say BMT. Listen, it's so bad I'm sweating and shit. So bad I'm sweating, and hyperventilating. I done already drank. I'm already drinking down this shit. Listen, bro, I'm telling you, man. Y'all won. Y'all won. Y'all won. BMT will no longer. I'm tired of talking about this family shit. Y'all got this shit. I do not listen, though. Y'all done chosen, goddamn it, the Death Star, bro. I don't want to hear no more shit. Y'all stop talking about this family shit around me, man. Y'all got this shit. Listen, bro. The battle is over. The battle is over, man. Whatever shit y'all think was happening, it ain't happening now, nigga. That shit, that shit. Listen, bro. That last video, y'all thought that last video. Let me up the ante. Let me up the ante because y'all think that shit was. Listen, bro. Listen, these women want these kids dead. Let me go ahead and grab this next video. Mm-hmm. They got another song, Nicki Poo, Mom, Baby Daddy, remix, Hood Girl outro, official. Listen, boy, I'm telling you, man, this thing got 556,200. Listen, nigga, I don't know what video y'all think. Y'all think. Listen, boy, all right, let me go ahead.
Size 17 back there be naughty. Talking my talk.
Baby dad ain't shit. He don't want to get his son. I don't fuck with him. All the cat shit. Fuck the nigga and his mom. All the want to do is run this nigga. Sick of motherfucking head. Nigga be himself off.
My nigga, if you don't stop all that motherfucking capping and shit, talking about I won't let you see your motherfucking son. I had his backpack since last year. Woo! Baby dad ain't shit. No, he won't come and get his son. Lying ass. I don't fuck with him. All that capping shit. Fuck that nigga and his mom. Yo. All he wanna do is run the streets with them niggas. All them bitches bum. I'm sick of all this fucking ass. That nigga feed my son crumb. Name on the book, fighting like he got it. Nigga, use a fucking joke. I don't even call his phone. Yeah. I'm losing out a fucking hoe. Yeah. Knocked on my door, said he home, but the nigga just wanna fuck. He ain't even want his son. The bitches wanna bust a nut. Ay, man, my baby daddy fun. Yeah. The nigga should've been the act. Kept telling Facebook he want his kids, but the nigga really just a cow. All he wanna do is run the streets and he use the same damn excuse. Well, man, I gotta make some money. Okay. Well, bitch, gotta make it too. Nigga. All you do is tell a lie. What? You said you want your fucking son. Yeah. I packed up his bag and his food and he ain't heard from you in some months. Then your mammy call my phone. Saying leave you alone. Okay. I hate to be disrespect, but bitch, you raise your son, right? Yep. Now your sister jumping to her, but bitch, you really know what's up. All you folks up in my biz. Please don't make this shit get up. You a pussy and your mammy sick, and your sister, she a little snitch. The police knocking in my door. I knew your sister was a bitch. I'm trying to tell the truth, cause your lying ass is a fool. All you wanna do is fuck. Stop and buy your kids some shoes. I'm just trying to tell the truth, cause your lying ass is a fool. All you wanna do is fuck. Nigga, stop it, buy your kids some shoes, bitch. Baby dad ain't shit. No. He won't come and get his son. I don't fuck with him, all that capping shit. Fuck that nigga and his mom. All he wanna do is run the streets with them niggas, all them bitches gone. Yeah. I'm sick of all this fucking ass. Yeah. That nigga feed my son crumb. Name on the book, fighting like he got it. Nigga use a fucking joke. I don't even call his phone. I'm losing all the fucking hoe. Knocked on my door, said he home, but the nigga just wanna fuck. He ain't even want his son. No. The bitches wanna bust a nut. Man, if you don't get your motherfucking ass away from my motherfucking door, nigga, the fuck? Do you want your motherfucking son or not, bitch? Cause you ain't getting talking about a motherfucking nut. Nigga, fuck you, bitch. Oh. Fuck being bougie, I'm a hood bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers acting like I don't exist. Yep, ho is Nikki and I'm strictly with the shit. And if you hoes up in my way, you better get up out it, bitch. I don't
I gave up, man. I just gave up. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm done. I'll drop the link. Wait, what time is it? Okay. No, I can't drop the link. Well, I can. I don't care. I probably. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to have no more Wakanda talk, man. I'm done. I don't want to hear no more of this goddamn shit. Listen, man. These people done chose, bro. They won. I won't get in y'all way no more. I won't get in y'all way no more. I'm done. I'm done. This family shit is over with. Welcome to the BMT show. BMT.
BMT your phone or whatever. First of all, I'll say happy birthday to you, baby girl. Is that me echoing?
Go ahead. You good.
Um, Peace to everybody. Peace to the chat. I'm not going to be long. I was trying to let you know that I knew about the song. I did a short. I didn't do a very long live about it, but I did a short clip, and I knew about it because Little Big Nate, he actually did a video on it, and then the video's been spreading. O'Shea and other people have done a video. So I will
What song,
say,
man?
well, everybody
There's,
didn't know
there's,
about, huh?
there's like three songs. Like, there's like multiple songs about they want the baby daddy dead or the kids dead, right? Like,
Right,
that was just one
right. But
song. There's a
yeah,
whole
we're
other
just not right. Just like this, I'm not trying to make comparisons. What I'm saying is, we could literally our whole channels could be on degenerate rap songs all day long. We brought attention to it, right? So this is horrific, right? So we're talking about it's not necessarily the song, it's the culture and the mentality, what's going on with the young people. So I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot of songs, and unfortunately there'll probably be a lot more to come because these young people are putting their bad experiences into rap music. They're telling a story that's disgusting, and they're putting it into rap music. That's the way rap music has always been, but it's become degenerate. But I'm not up here to talk about rap music. I just wanted you to know that I did do something on this show, and the thing of it is, we can't say that the women in the space aren't, because I'm sure that a lot of the women in the space didn't even know about the song. I was going to let you know about the song. I was going to tell you about the song, and I was also going to tell Faith about the song just to see if they wanted to do some content. But I'm sure as it starts to spread, people will do more content about it. My worry is that us doing content about it is just helping it grow. It's just feeding the beast, and I don't want to feed the beast. Everything negative gets all the freaking shine anyway. I just am not sure that us doing content is going to help anything. It's just giving it more attention.
So, what is it that we should do? Because that song is only a few days old. The one about murder, 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 the baby.
Hmm.
That song
Well,
is only a few days old.
the one I saw, the murder. When I looked up the video, it was like from 3 years ago. But I'm sure there's songs being every day. Listen, Barbie Schmurder, and I've heard songs from when I did this, when I started talking about rap music 2-3 years ago, and the degeneracy of the lyrics and how it's getting worse and worse and worse. I've heard songs about little boys sucking little boys off. I don't even want to talk about that. But the music is disgusting. My thing is, we could talk about this every day, all day. You're right. I don't think it's going to, us talking about it is really going to do anything. So you asked me what we could do. What we could do is, I mean, it's really going to take a grassroots level if people are serious about it. But I don't think a lot of people on YouTube are really serious about doing anything about these issues. This has to start at home. This has to start with parents talking to their kids. This has to start with parents being responsible for the things that their kids listen to, get into, and just their moral teachings before they even get to this age. Because right now, the videos we just saw, these are grown women now. They're probably, maybe the youngest one might be 18 to 25, 26 years old. So now they're grown people. But we have to start, it starts before then. It starts when they're young. And so now it's like we're seeing the after effects, and that's talking about it. I'm just not sure if that's going to help. You and I both know that shaming people, clout chasing ass people don't really stop them from being clout chasers. It does not. As long as they're getting bread and attention, honey, and by us sharing their videos, that we're giving them the bread and the attention, it's not going to stop them. That's just my personal opinion about it. But like I said, I wanted you to know that I did know about the video, and I was going to contact you about the video. And I know that as the video starts to spread, more and more women in the space will talk about it.
I got a question. Do
Sure.
you think where were the women when they were talking about Sukiyana?
I talked about Sukiyana twice on my show.
Now,
Sure did. Got it. I could pull it up.
now, why didn't her video get pulled? Now they wanted Kevin Samuels removed from YouTube, but Sukiyana got a whole video of her twerking on a child, on babies, not one but three babies, in her video, and talking about sucking dick and fucking random men.
Now I
And
don't know why. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go
I was
ahead.
just going to say I don't know why it wasn't removed, but I can generally say I saw a lot of women do videos on Sukiyana, not just of this space, but all over YouTube. There were a lot of people dragging Sukiyana for filth on Twitter, on Instagram, every which way. So we can't say that people weren't disturbed by it. As far as, I mean, she's a celebrity status, so I don't know how easy it would be to take her mic away per se. Um, so I don't know about that, but there were a lot of people talking about Sukiyana, including myself,
I
being a
didn't.
sexual degenerate. Yes.
All
So
right.
I'm not here. Like I said, you don't have to worry about me. I don't take too long. And I wasn't trying to be rude. I just wanted to tell you before you went on.
Like I said, I noticed there was a rapper, there was a battle rapper that made an inference of a lyric about um sexually assaulting a young girl. Now you have it where the women, he lost his job.
Hmm.
The women are now making song after song after song of killing men and having abortions.
Hmm.
Where I'm trying to figure out where does this lead?
I don't know, but like I said, and I'm not trying to make this back and forth, but I've heard some, I would say almost equally disturbing stuff. It's, to me, this is worse because you're talking about innocent babies. But when you're talking about having somebody choke on your penis till they die and suffocate, like, to me it's all degeneracy. It's all degeneracy, no matter how you look at it. um the only thing that really could stop it, once it starts getting to the level of record selling records, I mean, that's really the labels and stuff like that. People should be addressing those people. Like, these, a lot of those little videos, those aren't record deals. Those are neighborhoods and BMT. I know you know about this because we do this very well in Chucktown. A bunch of kids will get in the neighborhood and they'll record a video. Hell, I probably been in some videos. Um, back in my day, but it's gotten out of control. It's the lyrics and stuff like that, and the stuff that they're doing in the videos are out of control. But you know what I'm talking about, those neighborhood block parties, stuff like that. Okay, so I wanted to talk to people with good sense. So I've talked to you, and now I'm going to bid good day.
Okay. Okay.
All right, peace, brother.
Okay, peace. Ji, what's up?
What up, man? The battle rap guy, I wanted to speak to that. He wasn't talking about sexually assaulting anyone. He talked about the experience between his daughter, who was a pretty light skinned girl, versus the experience of the guy whose daughter was dark skinned. And it's funny that people were upset with him because all he did was tell the truth of what the colorist people always talk about, the people that's always crying colorism. But
Mhm.
anyway, this whole thing is just more hypocrisy. These women can do whatever they want, can say whatever they want. But let me say this,
Go ahead.
because as abominable as that whatever is, In my opinion, truthfully, this might be controversial to some people. It's better that she does not have a child outside of wedlock, and especially with somebody who doesn't want it or whatever, than to have it and be a terrible mother to it.
Now there's a woman called Nikki Pooh.
Never
She's
heard
rap
of it.
Now she's rapping. Hang on, let me show you her. But I ain't gonna be here too long. Nikki Pooh is over here. Now, let me go over here to Nikki Pooh. Nikki Pooh's right here. She's over here with a bunch. Can you see her? Now she's over here with a bunch of girls. Now look at them. Now it's crazy. Let's just make sure we got it. God damn it. So, all right. So it's interesting, but there's guys in there laughing and shit. Well, y'all going to see this. Y'all going to see this. To me, when you ignore the small voices like this, see, y'all only thought y'all freaked out because what y'all heard one person on YouTube said. Okay. And now you're going to hear more and more like this. Now, I'm telling you right now, they jumped on Rick Ross when Rick Ross talked about giving his woman a plan B because he didn't want a baby. Remember that. He said, I slipped my girl a plan B. And he got in trouble for that. But see, y'all going to see more of this start to come down the way. And I'm telling you right now, man, I don't want to hear no more shit about telling me about the joys of life. I'm done. I'm done. I ain't got no more smoke. Like, you can't defend this type of evil, bro. Yeah, I don't got no. Listen, bro. This is a choice. This is a holistic choice. Oh no, Inky, I'm not keeping. I'm not. I never listen. Faith always had the pull if she ever wanted to come up. I ain't never stopped nobody. Y'all gonna see more of this shit, bro. Y'all already see they're making rap production on with they're making rapper production studios on that of the hate of men. Misandry is a motherfucker. But these motherfuckers just want your ass dead. Like the fuck.
Let me tell you where I'm at with the BMT. And this may sound, controversial to some people, but you know me, I don't care. I would rather, because I've given up hope on the black community as a whole fixing itself. I would prefer if none of these women had any more children outside of wedlock, period. And however they go about doing that is fine. But to me, the disconnect is, instead of rapping about how you're about to go get an abortion, why don't you rap about, you're gonna make sure you don't get pregnant in the first place? But they don't even have the foresight for that. Like, they don't talk about being on birth control to prevent the pregnancy. She's just skipping straight to aborting the pregnancy. But honestly, I would rather no more of those, nobody else in the black community be born outside of wedlock, period. Forget what they talking about with the numbers thing. Forget what they talking about with the we're not at replacement rate. Forget all that. None of that even matters. If I had it my way, they wouldn't even have any children, no more children outside of wedlock, period. So I don't care about it yet. It's always going to be a double standard with them talking about, aborting these kids and blah, blah, whatever. Women, be saying whatever they want to say. I don't care. Let them do it. As long as they not bringing no more unwanted kids around, let them do it.
Well, Roe v. Wade 22. You're right, Doug. You're right. Roe v. Wade 2020. This will not be the last song about abortion. There will probably be more songs about abort these motherfucking kids. I can promise you. I can promise you. Listen. They're going to be making some songs. One of the hottest songs is "Fuck Nigga Free." Listen, y'all gonna hear more. You're right. Black men should be building families with these women. No excuses. Keep that same energy. Oh my God, Ramil gonna definitely be shooting. Y'all be ready. Ramil gonna be shooting his buckshot at y'all. He's coming. Ramil is definitely coming for y'all ass. Ramil and Thai City, they coming. And ain't shit y'all can do.
The community's over with. Look at what you got to build with. It's over with. To me, the better thing for them to do is not be, because honestly, BMT, look at them, look at the music that they make. Look at Sukihana. Wouldn't it be better for Sukihana not to have no fucking kids? I think it would be better if she didn't have any kids.
She got kids.
Because what is she? Huh?
She got plenty of kids.
You said she has kids?
Yeah, Sukihana has kids.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it would be better if she did not have kids, because what is she putting those kids into? She is raising those kids to be around all manner of foolishness and debauchery and nonsense. And unless she's one of those people, which is I doubt it, but unless she's one of those people that's just purely acting ratchet to make money off of it, and when she's at home, she's a great upstanding mother that does checks the homework and goes to PTA meeting, I doubt that's the case. I believe she's a ratchet hood bitch. She monetized it, but she's gonna pass that ratchetness on to her children. You notice these people, they don't be producing children that become doctors and lawyers and upstanding accountants and upstanding citizens, even though they are raised with money. They become little ratchet menaces to society. So I think it's better that they just don't have them in the first place instead of perpetuating that toxic cycle.
No, it's here you go. Yes, men will still reproduce and impregnate these women. They will still get them pregnant. They will still deposit and they will still lay down with these women. If y'all think this is gonna stop men, mind you, the one girl said that her baby daddy is a Kappa, so he's not a Pookie, he's an educated lame that got her pregnant. And if she had a gun, she stole his gun, she would shoot him. But the only reason why she hasn't shot him is because she has his baby. That's scary. So, nigga, you only still alive.
Jesus, she said that?
Yeah, the girl said that in the fucking song. She said, I stole the nigga's gun, he's a Kappa. I'm gonna shoot his ass. Only reason I haven't shot him, probably because, she saying he got a little dick and all that shit. Now, you can't listen.
I haven't heard the song. I've just heard people, talk about the lyrics in the song, which are deplorable.
Listen. Some people, I'll play the song one time. I'm gonna pause it. We got another person coming on up. Welcome, Commendable K. Welcome to the show. What's up? Speak your mind, man.
Hey, what's going on, BMT? Thanks for having me up here. What's going on, JI? Hello, chat. So, just kind of piggybacking off what BMT just said, men will still get them pregnant. See, women don't approach men unless they're like, uber rich or ball players or whatever. So, in the song, the women didn't approach the men approached them. So there's always going to be guys to talk to these women who are in the quote unquote slums, the swamps, and they're going to get them pregnant. They're going to want to smash raw, get them pregnant, and now the woman has two choices. Does she give birth to the baby and the baby grow up and further create the slums? Or does she have an abortion? Or you could say, well, why doesn't she get on birth control? That's not going to stop the spreading of viruses and disease. It's just not going to stop that. And then birth control is not 100%. Neither are condoms. And the whole point of sex is a part of sexual reproduction. So because women don't approach men, we as men have to stop adding to the swamp. Listening to the lyrics of the songs you play, BMT, she's upset with the baby daddy because he's giving his child crumbs and lying just to bust a nut raw. These women were slums before these guys met them, and they're slums afterwards. She even said, dude is not from the slums.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's from, let's say, somewhere middle class. He went down there. He went down there because he knows his money's going to go longer than it would talking to a woman from his own area, equivalent to like Passport Bros. He rolled up. He probably saw her walking, offered a ride. She got in. They talked. He wanted to smash, and he got it. And now these women are making these songs, and it's deplorable. It's degenerate. It's all these things. But dudes are still going to go down there and feed the beast. So all you really can do is separate yourself, not get intertwined with these type of women. Because at the end of the day, I think we should highlight these type of songs and these lyrics because it shows what we need to do to separate ourselves, who to separate ourselves from, and to point out the degeneracy first with the men and with the women that they create.
But brother, can I ask you a question?
Is it about the rap song? Because BMT's about to play it.
Yeah,
No, it's not about the rap song. It's and I'm saying, bro, because I can't see your name with the thing. But do you believe? Because honestly, I don't think. I mean, the song is ratchet and disgusting from the the lyrics that I've heard read or whatever. I haven't heard the whole song, but I don't think that it's a bad thing. I think that she's ratchet and hood now, and I think that it's a good thing that she's not having kids. Do you really think it's a bad thing that she's not having kids?
Well,
you mean based off the song?
Yeah, I'm not talking about the
song.
song. I'm talking about her not having kids. Do you think that her choosing my gist of the song is the FREE whatever she's not gonna have the kid is what she's saying. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
do you think that's a bad thing?
But the other songs that are about other that the women are rapping about fuck this nigga. I wish he was dead. This nigga is from the burbs, and he's a Kappa, and he came down there. I think when some of these niggas say that they flying or divesting, they going down to the fucking hood and getting these girls pregnant and shit, and then they like, I'm going back.
It's the same thought process as the Passport Bros.
I'm not mad at that, but bro, do you think that it's a bad thing that she's not having a kid? Because I think that's a good thing.
So you're asking me, do I think she should be limited on whether she produces a child or not?
No, I'm asking, do you think that she should be having the kid? Is it better, in your opinion, that she has that kid, or is it better that she does not have that kid? That's what I'm asking.
So that's a moral question. Well, yeah, you can. I heard the song, and the way I look at it is, I'm not one to control what another person does or doesn't do with their body. So her having a kid or not having a kid, it doesn't really affect me as an individualist. So as an individualist, whatever she does or doesn't do, it doesn't affect me. I don't live on her side of town. I don't talk to people she talks to. I'm not going to interact with them. None of us on the panel or in the chat live in the slums or the hood. So none of us are actually affected. So if she does produce another child with someone good or bad, or if she's good or bad, it just doesn't matter. So it's not a good or bad thing whether she has a child or not. Because and just to further, I'm not dancing around the answer or the question, because if she gets pregnant by a guy who wants to be a father, who wants to marry her, who can effectively lead and guide her, she can go from her persona that she's showing in this video of being a rapper, because let's just put it out there, not everybody who raps these songs necessarily live those lives. There's married women out here who are rappers who are talking about some WAP, wet ass pussy, but then they go home to a whole husband and they're rich and they live in white neighborhoods. She might be the same way. So if the person that we're viewing, if she gets with a guy, he gets her pregnant, he marries her, he sticks around to be a father, that child has a chance to have upward mobility, economic advancement.
Let me go play the song. Just mute up everyone. I don't need. I'm not trying to do the commentary. I'm gonna just play the song. Listen, Topaz, I need you more than ever, dear. You got it. You gonna have to do a lot of counseling, baby. You want to do a lot of counseling. I probably might have to retain you myself. Shit. Let me go ahead and get.
Express.
Express.
Baby daddy ain't shit. Yeah. He don't ever get a thing. Nah. I don't fuck with him. I'ma take his gun, even think he got a drum. He ain't really from the slums. Nope. Talk shit, pop shit, but the only thing he running is his guns. Shut up. I'ma shoot him in his lungs. Baby daddy, you a capper? Type of shit on the book, trying to sound real, boy, yeah, is an actor. And you're preaching like a pastor. Always on the book, talking about a perk, boy, you're looking like an addict. You about to lose your family. Yeah. Ready about to find a daddy. A real ass nigga, that is what brats need. Right. Take care of my son and supply my needs. Tired of begging, tired of trying, tired of asking you please. I'ma find me a nigga who gon' get on their knees. I ain't fucking with my baby daddy jitty, you a hoe. Texting bitches, liking pictures, trying to keep it on the low. Doing shit behind my back, oh you really think you slick? All them hoes gon' send you back with that little ass dick. How the fuck I fall in love with that small ass shit? But I'm about to find a plot, cause I'm a boss ass bitch. Me and my son, we go on dates, that's some boss ass shit. And when I blow up off this song, then I'ma floss my wrist. Baby daddy, please stop it, boy, I know the real you. And if I didn't have this baby, boy, I would've killed you. You be chasing ratchet hoes, boy, I cannot feel you. Leave your family for a thought, that's not what the real do. Baby daddy ain't shit, yeah. He don't ever get a son. Nah. I don't fuck with him, I'ma take his gun, even think he got a drum. He ain't really from the slums. Nope. Talk shit, pop shit, but the only thing he running is his guns. Shut up. I'ma shoot him in his lungs. Baby daddy, you a capper? Type of shit on the book, trying to sound real, boy, yeah, is an actor. And you're preaching like a pastor. Always on the book, talking about a perk, boy, you're looking like an addict. You about to lose your family. Yeah. Ready about to find a daddy.
Express.
It's breast, man. When you see me, you gonna love me. And when you love me, I promise you gonna see me. Mob.
Express.
Yeah.
Song is trash. Is that the same chick that made the abortion song, whatever? Was that her
No,
too?
that's the one that made a song about killing her baby daddy. But she's talking about now. I'm just making sure she was definitely talking about an educated guy. She's definitely talking about a college.
This is the story that she painted. It sounded like the dude from college that was a educated guy or whatever. He slid off in the hood chick. The hood chick got pregnant. kept it because that's what these hoes do. And he was like, "Nah, you was just, to beat down. You're not even in my socioeconomic, lane. We're not compatible for marriage." And he went on about his business, and now she's heard about it and she made a song about it. That's exactly what happened there. But she'd have been so much better off not having that kid, in my opinion.
You
Why?
just said, oh, sorry, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry about
Go
that.
ahead.
You said she kept it. That's what these hoes do. So
Yes.
is it she's a hoe because she didn't have an abortion? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
no, I'm not saying she's a hoe because she didn't have an abortion. She's a hoe. Listen, if you saw that music video, the same music video I just saw, that's hoe behavior right there. That's
What did
what
she
what
do
makes
that
her a
was
hoe.
hoe behavior?
Yes, in my
No, no,
opinion, that's hoe behavior.
no.
And talking like that, that's acting like that. That's hoe behavior, in my opinion.
What did she
But
do?
she's not a hoe for not having an abortion. She's a dumb bitch for not having an abortion, in my opinion, because she was not married. And it sounds like from what she said, from what I gathered from the song, that the kid was unwanted and she just had it anyway.
So just kind of going back to what you were saying, I'm not challenging you or anything, but you said she's doing hoe behavior at
Yeah.
the pool. What is she doing at the pool that's hoe behavior?
That all that the twerking and stuff in the video, and the talking about how her baby daddy got a little D, and how she about to smash on the next dude, and all that and her son go on dates. None of all that is whole behavior to me. That's not upstanding good behavior to me at all.
Because she more than likely was acting like that when dude met her. Like she more than likely didn't just start doing that just to be doing it. So the way she's talking, like let's say a sailor, her being bent, bending over, like you say, hoe behavior. She more than likely was doing that when dude ran up in her raw or had sex with her with a condom. Maybe the condom broke. I don't know.
You
But
saying she was a hoe when he met her?
well, you say that she has hoe behavior. So going off what you're saying, if she has hoe behavior, she's a hoe. So what I'm saying is, it's more than likely she was acting like that and looking like that and talking like that when he met her.
Right, that's
And
what I
then
just said. Yeah, you saying she was a hoe when he met her?
well, you're saying that. And so what I'm saying is, whoever this guy is, the college guy, he met her while she was looking like that, acting like that, and he fucked her.
Mm-hmm.
So so basically, if she is a hoe,
Mm-hmm.
the guy is even worse because he's adding to the dysfunction by messing with her.
That's where we disagree.
Okay, so you're saying that a man can fuck these hoes, get
Yes.
them pregnant, and bounce. If she has an abortion, like you said, she kept it. That's what these hoes do. So she
Yeah.
keeps the baby. She's a hoe.
They keep
If
these
she
unwanted children. Right.
so if she keeps the unwanted child, she's a hoe. If she
That's not
has
what
an
that's
abortion,
not that's not what makes her a hoe.
no, I know you said the hoe behavior. What I'm saying is, you said she kept it. That's what these hoes do.
Correct.
So her keeping the baby she still would be a hoe for keeping the baby, and it's negative if she has the abortion.
I don't think
So
it's negative for having an abortion. And I'm not saying that her keeping the kid is what made it a hoe. The whole behavior is how she's carrying herself, talking ratchet, doing all this stuff. That's whole behavior.
right, so
But
I
hoes also
agree
do
with
keep these children. Yes. The
right.
unwanted
So
children.
we're not disagreeing on that point. What I'm saying is, so BMT played another song where a woman was
Hmm.
talking about she was going to murder her baby and go to the abortion clinic, and that was a negative behavior. So the woman who is
Not to me. Not to me. And that's what I said when I came up on here. I said that it's better that they do not have these children. Now making it a spectacle and rapping ratchetly and speaking all mannish and like that, that's whole ratchet behavior. That's these ratchet hood rats do. That's what they do. That is a negative thing to me. her not keeping the child, aborting the child, that's not a bad thing to me.
So her
And that's what I
murdering a
came on here
baby.
saying. Huh?
Well, I'm just because the consensus is someone murdering a baby and rapping about that they're gonna murder a baby if they get pregnant. That's okay. Because you
I
see what
don't.
I'm
I think
saying?
that's
Like,
very uncouth, and that's whole behavior from what I've seen. The little clips of that, I haven't seen the music video or heard the full song, but people have been talking about it, so I've seen little
I guess
clips.
the point I'm making is people in the chat are like, you're not making sense. So the point I'm making is it these quote unquote hoes. It doesn't matter if they keep the baby or abort the baby. It's going to be seen as negative. So with that being said, these women are products of the black communities. None of us live in black communities. I don't know if you do, Ji, but from what I've seen from BMT's content, he lives in a well-to-do area. I do as well. Most of the people in the chat, we live in well-to-do areas. So she lives in black communities where they have the ghetto culture. So if she's a hoe based off of how she talks, how she looks, how she acts, then it doesn't matter whether she has an abortion or not. She's going to be viewed as negative. So if she's viewed as negative because she looks and acts like what you're saying is a hoe, then instead of changing her, we as men have to change, because if dudes are still running up in her raw or with a condom on, it's going to add to the dysfunction no matter what choice that she makes. She doesn't have any agency because she's going to be a hoe regardless. You understand?
It sounds like to me that you're saying that the men should stop messing with hoes.
Yeah, because because think about it, if men continue to mess with hoes, whether she aborts the baby and raps about murdering babies and going to the clinic, that's bad. She has the baby that adds to the slum or the swamp, that's bad. The woman is a hoe no matter what she does because she's in a ghetto culture. The hoes or the women are bad. So the men would have to be the ones to change to stop creating these black communities that look the way they look.
No, I think men need to get the laws changed so that men have financial abortion rights. But let me be clear. I do not think that her having an abortion is bad. I do not think that her having an abortion makes her a hoe. That's not what I was saying. I'm saying that obviously the ratchetness and the twerking and all the man mouth, all that stuff, the promiscuity, that's what makes her a hoe. I'm not condemning women for having abortions. So let me just get that clear. It's a lot of people that do condemn women for having abortions, like you said, child murder, all that, or whatever. I don't condemn women for it because I think, like what I came on here and said, it's better that they do not have unwanted children outside of wedlock. It's better that way, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, this is not like personalizing it for you, J.I. It's not like a debate between you and I. What I'm saying is, based off of everything that we're seeing in these music videos and what's been said on the panel and what's being said in the chat, there's no point in messing with hoes, because if she gets pregnant, it's going to add to the slum, add to the swamp. Like, she can have an abortion, like J.I., you're okay with her having an abortion, but then BMT just played a song where the woman was rapping about murdering her kids, going to the clinic, and people were like, that's bad, that's negative, that she said that she sound ratchet. So it's like, okay, I agree, that does sound negative. So her having an abortion and planning to have an abortion and using abortion like birth control, talking about murdering her child by going to the clinic, that's horrible. So if the hoe has the abortion, it's bad. But if the hoe has the child, there's also people that are saying that's bad too, because she's going to add to the swamp.
No,
So
that's where our disconnect is. I'm not saying her having an abortion is bad. That's what y'all are saying.
No, what I'm saying is, this is not about Ji. It's about all of us. This is basically a community topic.
Yeah.
So it's not Ji. This is about everybody. Because think about it. There's nothing you could do about the way these women are rapping. Guys have been rapping like this for the longest time since the 80s, the 90s. And it's just women are now rapping and saying stuff out loud that are normally said behind closed doors. So women are saying this stuff out loud. They're saying it on panels. They're saying it in rap songs. So what can we do about it? Well, there's multiple answers. Because see, J.I., you're like, she should have the abortion because she's a hoe. And there's people in the chat who are like, no, don't rap about murdering your child and going to the clinic and using that as birth control. Have the baby. But then other people will say, well, if she has the baby, that adds to the swamp. And people are like, well, if she has the abortion, black women are out here murdering millions of people by going to the clinic and having these abortions. So for the hoe, or the woman that acts like a hoe, and most black women who are in these black communities, in the ghetto culture, this is how they act because of the environment. And the only way to drain the swamp is to stop creating people to be in the swamp. That's the only way to drain it. Or gentrification, and just have them migrate somewhere else, like O Block in Chicago, that BMT covered already. So the point I'm making is, for the hoe has no agency. So because women don't approach men need to stop approaching the hoes or approaching women who act like hoes in the ghetto culture in black communities. What say you?
Never gonna happen. And this is the disconnect, or this is the advantage. Now, you said hoes have no agency. Hoes do have agency, which is why they do whatever they want to do. Now, the chick that made the song about rapping about the abortions is ratchet, and deplorable as the song may be. If she can spread that to these hoes, to get these hoes to think that it's good to not have children, then that is a good thing, because these hoes don't need to be having children outside of wedlock with these dudes that are just fly by night, that are whatever, because they're not even in stable relationships, all that drama, and they never going to get married. They should not be doing that. So as ratchet as that hoe may be, if she can get these women to buy into, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to have your kid, blah blah, whatever, I'm not going to have these kids, that's a good thing. And that is, you can call it reverse psychology, whatever. But if she can get those hoes to believe, to behave in lockstep with that, to not have kids, that will ultimately be better for the community.
So what if she does want to have children?
I mean, what if she does want to have children? That obviously these chicks are gonna do whatever they want to do. I'm talking about her specifically promoting the message of not having these children.
You mean abortion?
Yeah.
So you're saying that she should not be promoting? Well, okay, I know you personally are like, it's okay that they're promoting abortion because it stops adding to the swamp like that.
Yes.
There's other people who view otherwise.
Right.
So women want to have sex just as bad as men do, and women also want to have children. So with that being said, if someone is viewed as a hoe, or a black woman in the black communities, in the ghetto culture, should she be stopped from having sex? Because if
what do you mean stop? I'm not trying to stop them from having sex. I'm just trying to stop them from having unwanted kids.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, I know your personal stance as far as abortion's okay because it stops mouths being created in the slums. But for the people that do want children and want to add to the slums, who are not going to get the abortions, do you think it's okay for them to have sex, which leads to children?
You're asking me, is it okay for women to be able to have sex that are going to have unwanted kids?
Right. So it's going to be a child that's unwanted. I know I heard you say that women should have babies in wedlock. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
So a baby out of wedlock would be unwanted. Is that also true?
Yeah, generally, yeah, they are.
So to prevent, because like, let's say if a woman doesn't want to get married, because marriage is not really a black person thing. Well, not black person. A lot of black men don't want to get married.
Okay.
or they don't want to get married. If they wanted to be
I
married,
don't think that's
then they
true, but we can roll with that for right now.
well, okay. I mean, if it's not, let's say if black
I will
men do
agree that
want
a
to get
lot of people in the black community do not get married.
okay, so if black men want to be married,
Hmm.
then why mess with the hoes when you get the same pussy from a wife that you would get from a hoe?
Because in our community, unfortunately, wives are in a great shortage. You see, wives have to be, you're trained to be a wife and groomed to be a wife from birth, really. It goes deeper than just a man putting a ring on a woman's finger doesn't make her a wife, in my opinion. All right. And there's a shortage of wives in the black community, which is what black men have been complaining about for I don't know how long, to the point that we had large people like, Kevin Samuels, no matter how you personally felt about him, that made an entire career off of speaking to that deficit and the issues of our community regarding that topic. So it's not that men don't want wives, it's that there's a shortage of wives because of all of these issues in our community and in the world that we find ourselves living in today. So when you say, why don't men just only go for wifely women, it's few wifely women and guys are gonna fuck. That's just what it is. That's not gonna stop. That's not gonna slow down. That's not gonna change. It's a biological, imperative that's literally put in all men to varying degrees, to the point where some men are sex addicts and some men, can go years without it. It varies the degree in there, but it's in all men. That's never gonna stop.
So, okay, so you're saying that there's a lot of black girls growing up in black communities who are not wife material. Is that
Yes.
true? So who is responsible for making the girl wife material?
Her mother.
Okay. Who's responsible for the mother being wife material?
Her
The
mother.
mother's mother. So it's all women that are responsible for making black girls wife material.
Yes, they're supposed to
So,
raise their daughters
but
to be
but
wives.
how
Yes.
are these black girls who are not wife material being created?
The women are free in this day and age to do as they want without consequence sexually,
Hmm.
right? And they go and they have sex and they have children that are unwanted because they can.
So men are having sex with women and making unwanted children. Is that true?
Yes, the women men are having sex with women and it's leading to unwanted children because men don't get any say in the reproductive process under these current laws.
So so men don't have any choice in who they reproduce with. Is that what you're saying?
No, only women have the choice whether they reproduce or not. A man
So
can't
a
make
woman
a man can't make a woman have a child or not make a woman have a child. So a man has a choice in who he has sex with, but he doesn't have a choice in what women reproduce for him or not. Men don't have that choice. It's my body, my choice in this country.
so is the reproductive process initiated with sex?
Yes.
So men are approaching women for whatever reason, and men are pursuing sex with women. So
Yes.
men are initiating the reproductive process. Women are just carrying the baby to term, but men are involved in creating the unwanted daughters who are not wife material because he is reproducing with a woman who doesn't have wife qualities, creating unwanted girls who are not wife material. And that's the point I'm making is we as men, we're the ones that approach women. We're, like you said, men are the ones that need sex at various degrees. Men are leaders because we're the stronger of the two genders. Men are the one who make laws, like you mentioned, to in favor of women because those men have daughters, sisters, and moms that they want to take care of
I don't
because
believe
so
that's
many
the
dudes are
motivation behind them making those laws that way, but continue.
well okay. Why would men make laws that benefit women
I believe that
with children
it's
who are
to
single
destroy
moms?
the family unit, which it has been successful in doing, and
So
it
you're
pits
saying
the
that
men
men want to
against
destroy the family unit.
the government wants to destroy the family unit.
So
My
men, because the
hold on,
government's
I'm
made
gonna
up of
tell. Hold
people.
on, I'm gonna tell you. I believe that
Okay.
the government wants to destroy the family unit because families build communities, which build nations. Families build neighborhoods, which build communities, which build nations. And when the family structure is strong and in place, then they set their sights. The next thing is the government. The government wants to have more power. So in order for the government to have more power, it keeps men and women at odds the best way it can via the laws. Okay, that keeps men arguing about these unfair laws, this unjust child support system. It keeps the families broken. It helps facilitate the destruction of men, and men are too focused on their personal strife and issues to ever be able to build up any type of momentum or anything to challenge the government, because it keeps us fractured and individualized. That's my opinion on why the government does what it does,
So the
and it's
government is
very
made up.
effective. It also keeps a voting block of the women who are going to vote in their self-interest, right, to keep these certain things going, and the government understands that.
Okay, so the government is made up of people,
Yes.
and the government is ran by men.
Yes,
So you're saying
primarily.
that men are passing laws
Yes.
to benefit women who are single mothers
Mhm.
to destroy families
Yes.
so that those men who are making the laws,
Mhm.
who are intentionally putting themselves at a disadvantage, would get more power because there'd be no families.
Correct.
So then why are a majority of politicians married with a family? If they're
Because
trying
you
to
have
make
to be
hold up, if they're trying to make things disadvantaged for their sons and daughters in the future. You need me to repeat? Because you're basically
No, you
saying
said you
that.
told me to hold on. I was making sure you was
Oh
done,
no,
because
go
when I tried
ahead.
to answer, you told me to hold on.
Oh yes, sir. I'll repeat the last thing I said. So basically, what you're saying is men who are running the government are making laws, even though the men are married themselves with families. They're making laws that will benefit single mothers and destroy families that would put the politicians' bloodline in jeopardy of being able to prosper based off the laws that are passed that are going to destroy families. Why would they destroy their future generations or hinder them to benefit people who are not married, unlike them who are married with families? Go ahead.
In my opinion, it's because at the higher levels of the game, they understand within their families that this marriage thing is more business related. They operate in a space where there are certain customs that you have to adhere to. And I don't believe that most of them, they view marriage in the same way that us common folk, quote unquote, view marriage. I don't believe that they're married for love and all those things. Most cases, I believe that it is political and it is for power. So you had people back in the days when you watch these movies, Game of Thrones is a popular example, where people married for power. And what resources does your family have? What resources does my family have? How can we do this to keep our family to either stay in position or gain position? And I believe that at those higher levels, that's the level that they're playing the game on. So the things that we're going through, they're not operating or worrying about that, because they're going to raise their children in a completely different environment and have them move a completely different way. They're basically playing by different rules. So the things that are affecting us or whatever, they're not bound by those same things, because they're the people who make those rules in the first place. Number one, and number two, they're just playing at a higher level of the game. So the way that we operate and we're doing marriage and blah blah, it's not the same thing that they're experiencing up at the top.
Okay, but that still doesn't really make sense as to why they would create laws
It
that would
makes perfect
hinder
sense,
their future blood. Well, because like the politician's grandson could
right?
make someone could make someone a single mother.
The way that they're operating and they're moving at those higher levels, the politician's grandson or whatever, he's going to be raised and cultured and dealing with, a certain type of woman or whatever that is playing in the
I,
same game that
I
he's
gotta
playing.
cut you off. Just say that they're not in the ghetto culture. It's easier just to say that they're not in the ghetto culture, and I accept that.
Okay, well you can go with that then.
Well, okay, they're not raised in the ghetto culture.
It's more
The
than that,
women
but
that,
you can go with that though,
well,
because
I mean, it is.
that's an oversimplification, but it we can use it for the sake of this.
Well, do you want to give specificity as to how people who are at higher levels are operating? Because you just said they're operating different, but there's no specificity to go off of. So I'm assuming it's ghetto culture that they are not living in or around. So they
We can
don't
we can just we
risk.
can just call it ghetto culture then.
Okay, and I agree with that. The women who are in those rap videos, they come
Hmm.
from the ghetto culture of Black communities.
Hmm.
The best way for them to get pulled out of poverty
Hmm.
is through two incomes helping to move her out of poverty.
Hmm.
Because when people get married, it's easier to move out of poverty with two incomes,
Hmm.
or it's easier for her to get off of welfare if there's a man who is marrying her or with her and helping her
Hmm.
and whatever child is produced. So the point I'm making is men, if they would focus on approaching women who were wife quality and messing with them, there
Hmm.
wouldn't be anyone to add to the slump in the future. Women don't approach men, we approach women. So if we're upset with these rap songs and the ghetto culture, then we as men have to stop adding to it. Because the woman said in the songs, or the song, he ain't really from the slums and he's preaching like a pastor. So this dude, he wants some pussy. He told her what she wanted to hear. And then when she got pregnant, he bounced on her. He's not even from the area that she's at. And she says she's tired of begging and trying. He don't ever get his son. So as you can see, the ghetto culture is there. We as men are going to the ghetto culture or living
Hmm.
there. We're messing with
Hmm.
people, getting them pregnant, and
Hmm.
now the cycle continues.
Here's the part that you're missing. It's not just the people in the quote unquote hood, that are hoes. It's not just the women in the quote unquote hood that are hoes. And just because if a woman, just because she's college educated or has a good job or good career or whatever, it doesn't make her wife material either. So it's not just that, and it's plenty of educated women with good careers that went to good schools, don't ha- and whatever that put men that have unwanted children as well. It's not just a poor gutter rat, you know, hood type thing. And that's the larger issue. Man, we have a culture today, for better or worse, that degrades average working men to the point where you have people talking about, not working a 9 to 5 job is played out. We have women that identify with behaviors that men do not find acceptable. And the women's response is, you can take it or leave it. I'm going to do what I want to do. Blah, 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 blah. This is why we have so many unmarriageable women. And I have to go back to the Kevin Samuels example, like it or not, like him personally or not, he's had the spotlight to shine the light on a lot of these issues in our community regarding relationships, and that's what made him so popular, was because he echoed the sentiment of men regarding their issues with relationships, as well as showed how women are moving and how men are not liking the way that these women are moving and how these women don't care. They want this quote unquote high value man or whatever. And it's not conducive to building lasting relationships. So just because, yes, the hood rat, stuff, whatever, is an issue, but it's not limited to that. So when you keep saying that they should just find, better women, it's women who are not from the hood or in the slums that are still not wifeable or marriageable material. I'm gonna let the
So,
new person go though that just joined.
well,
I
I'll
can't
say
see their
this and then
name.
I'll pass it. I agree. It's not the slums. It's the ghetto culture that is outside the slums. And Kevin Samuels, he would block and hang up on married women and women who would debunk his talking points. That's number one. And I agree. Men don't find certain behavior acceptable, but it's good enough to have sex with, make children with, then be deadbeats. Men are having sex with women who are not wife material, which creates girls who will never be wife material. In
I
addition
don't
to
believe a
their
man can be a
abandonment.
deadbeat to a child he never wanted.
Do you know what deadbeat means as far as the definition? I can read it if you like.
Yeah, read the definition.
So it is a deadbeat dad. Is that okay as far as the definition to read?
Yeah, read it.
Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, do I sound clear?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay, cool.
BMT,
Y'all
there's
having a
two
good,
of you for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah, y'all are having a good back and forth. I'm just sitting back and letting y'all have it. It's good. I don't want to wreck it.
Now,
Well,
now,
this
J-
Um,
now, Jr. You don't believe that a man can be a deadbeat?
I said I don't believe a man can be a deadbeat to children that he never wanted.
Okay, continue.
so just I'll read the definition, then I'll pass it. So according to Merriam-Webster.com,
Mm-hmm.
a deadbeat dad is a noun. It's a
Mm-hmm.
father who owes money to his former woman
Mm-hmm.
to help raise their children, but does not pay it. So I don't know if we're going off a different definition of a deadbeat dad,
Mm-hmm. I
but
I reject that definition.
do you have another? Do you have a source that you'd like to introduce for us to look at for a definition of a deadbeat dad?
No,
Then I would like to introduce this as the definition to go off of as far as a deadbeat dad.
I reject it.
And but if you don't have anything to introduce as
My
far as a
introduction is
source,
is my definition.
but that's your opinion. We can't, we're not going to go off of your opinion as the standard when there's a standard already been set.
No, 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 no. That deadbeat, whatever that was made up or whatever, I don't agree with the people that made that up. I reject that definition. So if you're going to use that definition, I reject that definition. So then we're just, if you reject my definition, because I believe that definition is false on its face, because I just said that men can't be deadbeats if they to children that were never wanted. And that new age definition, you see, men, it from the beginning of time, women who had children outside of wedlock, those children weren't recognized. That's how it's been since the beginning of time. They were called illegitimate bastards. So this new age definition that you're coming with now, I reject it. Now, if you
Well,
accept it, that's okay, but I reject it.
well, the term bastard is a religious definition because man and woman were not married before the children were produced, and illegitimate is a legal standard that a man has not legally married a woman before the children were produced. So I accept words like bastard, illegitimate, but Merriam-Webster, that's been around since 1828, they have a definition that anyone can look up. But if you have a different source outside of, because your opinion is valid, everybody has an opinion, like everyone has an asshole. But if you don't have a source that we can all look at and standardize, then I recommend we use a standard that we all can look up and not get construed with future conversations. So if you have a source that you'd like to quote, I'd be more than happy to include that and get rid of Merriam-Webster. But we need a standardization as to what a deadbeat dad is,
The
because
source is my creation. Listen, all language is created. Okay. I created my definition. If you reject it, that's fine. If you accept Merriam-Webster as your definition on that, then that's fine. But I reject it.
So, do you believe a man can get a woman pregnant and a paternity test proves that he is the father, but he can reject being a dad and not be a dad?
I don't know what you mean. That happens every day. So I don't what do you mean? There are men every day that say I never wanted you or this kid and they don't deal with the woman or the kid. So that happens every day. So I don't know if you're asking me if I believe that happens. That happens every day.
What I'm saying is it possible for a man to get a woman pregnant with his child, but he not be a dad?
What do you I just said that happens every day.
So you're saying that men get women pregnant with their children, and there's a possibility that they're not the father.
Now, Jay, you don't think that society's not going to hold that man accountable, just like they have to hold the women accountable? Because if a woman neglects a child, doesn't she get brought up on charges for child neglect? Like, so don't you
No,
think
no,
when they
no. Here's the difference. And under our and this all this the when you talk about law, it all depends on the government that you're on because all laws aren't the same. Laws are made up. Okay? Laws are made up as are definitions. All this stuff is made up. None of this stuff is true from the universe. All right? That's number 1. Number 2, yes, women are held accountable to children, whatever, but women have the choice of whether or not they want to have a child or not. Men are not given that choice under the laws of this country, and that's something that everyone on this panel knows I'm vehemently against. So I don't accept that it's the same for a man and a woman because they did not have the same opportunities. Now, the person underneath me, I still can't see the names of the people on the panel. They can accept, what society has told them or Merriam-Webster's definition, and they can accept that and cool. I get that. I, however, reject that.
okay, now
I
you can't take a child out of the hospital unless you have a car seat. If you try to remove a child out of the hospital without that putting them in a car seat and watching the video, you will be arrested. That is the law, straight across the board. You have to have a car seat. The hospital has to inspect the car seat, and they have to set the child in the car seat for you to take the child home. If the mother or father or any viable person removes the child, they will be they will be apprehended and detained and sentenced to jail. That is bar none in all 50 states. You
And
can't.
that didn't
No,
exist
you're right about
at the
you're right
beginning of
about that,
time.
Star Platinum. That's why I'm not against. Hey, home birth, that's cool, but if you have it at a hospital, if anybody else had a child at the hospital, did that not happen to you? Did you not have to put your
Ab-
child in the car seat?
yep.
But BMT, that's a made up thing.
What?
I'm not
What?
saying what you're
Wait,
saying is wrong.
wait.
Hold
That's
on.
not made
Hold on.
up.
Listen, hold on. Let me finish it. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying that's a made up thing because we know that from the beginning of time, whether you believe the earth is millions of years old or thousands of years old, whatever you believe, you know that it wasn't car seats since the beginning of time and children were being born and living just fine. So that's a made up rule that's been made up and now it's being enforced by the current laws of this land. But there are people who can still reject that, like the brother that brought up the home birth thing or whatever.
Yeah,
So
but
it,
that's if
it
you have your child at home, and then if you have your child at home,
yeah, if you have your child in the hospital, what you're saying you have to do that, then yeah, you have to abide, by that law. That doesn't mean that you that is a truth of the universe that has to happen for children to be okay. That's just the rules. And they happen to be enforced by a government that has more, weapon power than you have to go against it.
I mean, yeah, I get what he's saying. I mean, truthfully, of the like when you talk about the truth of the universe, I hold both parties responsible. Like if you're a guy and you get a chick knocked up, and let's say she puts you on papers, she puts you on child support, that's your fault, bro, because that's what you did. If you're a woman and you get pregnant by a dude who leaves you, then lady, that's your fault because that's who you chose. Like it's a if we're gonna play the equality thing, let's do it all the way or none at all. That's where I'm at with it.
But do you agree that men should have financial abortion rights?
I go back and forth with that one mentally because
Uh
that can
oh.
set up that can set up potential issues that that are unforeseen. If I remember correctly, the concept is if I get a woman pregnant and I don't want to have the child, then I shouldn't have to pay for the. I can opt out of paying for anything that has anything to do with the child. Is that pretty much the sum of it?
Right, and you can't be put on child support or anything. Correct.
I'm gonna say, hmm. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one because that
While
one
you think
creates
about it, is it
further
okay if I
problems.
ask Ji a question while you think
Yeah,
about
go
the answer
ahead.
to
Go
that?
ahead.
So Ji, based off your opinion, is it
Yes, sir.
possible for a man to get
hmm
a woman pregnant with his child and
hmm
not be a father?
I told you that happens every day. I don't. What are you really trying to ask me? Because that I already
Well,
said yes, that happens
because
every day. But what are you
because
what are you what are you asking really?
because
He's asking you basically, can you get a woman pregnant and just completely disregard a child that you didn't want?
well, not disregard a child, but is it possible for him to biologically not be the father if a man gets a woman pregnant with his child?
What? No, that's not.
It's not possible, right? So he would be a dad or a father. So
Yeah,
so
he
based
would
off
be he would be the biological father.
so
What are you
based
talking about?
off based off your opinion, we've established a definition for the term dad. So my next question for you, Ji, is what is your definition of a deadbeat?
Okay, so what's a deadbeat father to me? Now, deadbeat father to
Well,
me
not a
would be
deadbeat father, just a deadbeat. We've already established what a dad is or a father. Now it's deadbeat. What is your
no, sir,
definition of a
because
deadbeat?
it doesn't. What you're trying to do is come up with two definitions for two words, but we understand that language one is made up, okay, and two, it has the same words can have multiple different meanings. So what you're trying to do, it doesn't work. You can't
No,
just put
it
the definition of one thing and this definition of the other thing and come up with the term because a deadbeat dad has connotations all its own. There are
well, no,
people
I'm just
who
asking
pay
about
money
what
for
is
kids
JI's
that they have
opinion.
and
What
don't see those kids and they're still called deadbeats. We can't separate language from the context in which it's used, the people in which it's used, and the meanings associated with those. So
didn't you
this,
say that you're going to go off of your definitions and not
yeah, and I was about to
Merriam-Webster?
tell you my
So I'm
definition, but
asking
you
your
didn't want my
opinion and your
definition for what a deadbeat dad was.
No, I just said deadbeat dad, just deadbeat. I just want you. See, you already gave me your
I
definition
can't
for
I can't
dad.
separate deadbeat from the term deadbeat dad because that's the only way I ever use it.
So according
I
to
don't use the
Merriam-Webster,
term dead. Well, I don't use the term deadbeat at all, personally. But the only time I've ever used the word deadbeat in conversation is in reference to the topic of a deadbeat dad. So even if I don't say the dad at the end, that's what it's in reference to. That's what it is.
well, Merriam-Webster defines deadbeat as a noun as one who persistently fails to pay personal debts or expenses. Do you accept
Okay.
that definition?
One who personally fails to pay. Yeah,
One
you
who
can go with that.
persistently
So
fails to pay.
the deadbeat thing is kind of like there's a context to it. Like if you get a woman pregnant and you just bounce, I would
See,
consider
you
you to
guys are
be a
focusing
deadbeat.
on deadbeat dad. I'm just focusing on the word deadbeat, and I'm going to explain
What
why after we agree on definitions. Because I found the source. You didn't want that. You said your opinion trumps the source. So I'm asking your opinion on words so that we can use them in the correct context. So now I'm
We would
asking
be
for,
using them in the correct context if
well, you
we
haven't
went
given,
by my
like,
definition of what a deadbeat dad is.
do you accept Merriam-Webster's definition for a deadbeat, or do you have your own definition we can go off of?
Like I said, deadbeat to me is only in reference to deadbeat dad, which is the only time I've ever heard it used. But you can go with that or whatever.
Do you accept it?
I
Because
just said
someone who,
I just said you can go with that.
no, not that I can go with it, but do you accept it? That deadbeat is one who persistently fails to pay personal debts or expenses.
You can
Do
go
you
I
with
can
that.
go
accept
with
that?
that.
Do you accept that, Ji? Yes or no?
Sure, you can go with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that as a yes. So as far as the deadbeat, one who persistently fails to pay personal debts or expenses, do
Hmm.
you think that is a good descriptor of someone who practices financial abortion?
No.
Okay, so why would someone practicing financial abortion who is not paying for their child
Hmm.
that they're obligated to take care of,
It would
why would
the
that
financial abortion
person
by
not be a
definition
deadbeat?
would free them from obligation.
Okay. So
So that would kill your point right there.
so financial abortion frees them from a financial obligation. Is that what you're saying?
By definition.
By definition. Okay. So is that person still a dad?
No.
So if someone practices financial abortion,
Are you talking about are they still a biological the biological parent to that child? Is that what you're saying?
yes, I'm asking that.
Then yes. See
Okay.
you're playing with words.
No,
Nothing is
I'm
going to
asking
change the
definitions.
biological
I'm
link
just trying
from
to
the father to that
understand.
child.
I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from by focusing. Because see, before we can have a discussion, we have to get terms. That way, we're all on the same page with the meaning of the words that we're
So you
using.
didn't want to accept my terms. I was going to tell you what deadbeat dad was to me. You didn't want to accept it. You wanted to go with Miriam. So I said we just agree to disagree.
Well, no, I asked about dad and the word deadbeat. I
And I
haven't put
told
them
you
together.
that language, you asked about the word dad, but you didn't mean dad. You meant the biological parent, which is different. Because to me, when you're saying a dad, to me, you're not a dad. If you didn't want that child and you didn't choose to have that child, whatever, you're not the dad. You're just a sperm donor, pretty much. And we don't consider sperm donors as being the dad. The sperm donor is the biological parent, but you wouldn't consider them the dad
So
because they
okay,
weren't ever meant to be in the picture. And whatever male figure is in the picture, then they're gonna reference that person as dad. So we're talking about different things.
okay, so sperm donor. Do you become a sperm donor by donating to a place that takes sperm as specimens?
Yes.
Do you think an individual woman is taking sperm as a specimen?
Women take sperm specimens every day? What are you really asking? Because yes, that happens
I'm
every day.
literally
I know you know
asking the
that.
question. You said a person who is not a dad and
Yeah, I
doesn't
said they
want
will
the
be treated
child
like a
is a
sperm donor.
sperm donor. So
Yes.
what I'm asking is, do individual women take sperm samples from men as sperm donors?
Yes, they do. They go every day to sperm banks to get sperm
They
from
go to
men.
sperm banks to get sperm specimens. So an
Yes.
individual woman, like the women in the videos that BMT played, they would not be getting sperm samples from men. If they wanted a sperm sample, they would go to a sperm clinic.
No,
So
some women do directly get sperm samples from men. They be like, "Hey, I don't want anything with you. I just want to have a baby with you." That happens all the time. But what I think that you're asking me is,
so the
are the
woman's
women in these
upfront and ask.
relationships, are the
Cause see,
women in
what you're
these
doing is you're
relationships the
conflating.
majority
Now
of the
you're jumbling
time?
stuff in. You're saying that women are upfront and ask for sperm samples, in situations like that. Is that
For
correct?
men, that does happen. But what I think
So if
that
a
you're
woman
asking me
gets
is,
pregnant by a man who doesn't want the baby, is it
hold on.
possible?
What I think that you're asking me is, are women?
No, I'm right here. You could just ask me what, or I could just clarify what I'm asking.
Well,
I'm
clarify what
asking.
you're asking me.
Well, my next question is it possible for a woman who does not ask for a sperm sample from a man up front,
Uh huh.
is it possible for her to get pregnant from the man and still be a sperm donor?
And then still be a sperm donor? Yes, because
No.
here's what
How
here's
is it? If she's not
I'm
asking
about to
for a
explain it.
sperm sample
I
up
was
front,
literally about to explain it. And you said
okay,
how, and I'm literally going into the explanation. So here's
okay,
the explanation. Because how I view it is, if the man does not want to have a family, a child with that woman, okay, then he should just be treated as a sperm donor, which is one of my things when I talk about financial abortion. It should be treated as he was just a sperm donor, and he has no financial obligation to the woman or to the child at all. I do not believe in forcing men, when women have the right to opt out after pregnancy, and forcing men to be parents to children that they do not want. I do not believe in that. You may disagree, but that is how I view it.
So
okay.
the
So you're
so the financial abortion argument is a rebuttal against the actual abortion that women have. So like if women weren't allowed to have abortions, then the financial abortion argument wouldn't even be a discussion.
No, because right now women can have abortion and men don't have financial abortion. So I absolutely agree that men should still be able to have financial abortion, even if men couldn't have abortion. But just like how it's out of whack now, it would just be out of whack the other way, favoring men. But in this particular case, the financial abortion would be the equality for the men to complement the women having abortion rights. That's correct. And not just abortion rights, but the ability to, after they have a child, give it up for adoption if they don't want it, or they feel that they are not in a place to take care of it, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, I guess my only question, Ji, and the reason why I struggled to answer the question is because I, from my understanding, this was a family discussion. How
Mhm.
does this fit in the paradigm of a family discussion?
Oh, this is easy, because what we have now is a system that promotes chaos. Me and the gentleman below me, again, I still can't see names. Me and the gentleman below me spoke against the our believed, or at least my believed reasons as to why the government does this. But if we did this, in my opinion, because all behavior is a product of consequences. If women understood that, hey, I can get pregnant and there's no help for me from the government or from this man, it would stop women getting pregnant, having all these unwanted children. Women would wait to form families before they had children because they would want the security that families provided. Families used to provide security, but what the government does purposely is undermine that, to where the woman can still get the benefits of the family unit, which is provisioning, the Section 8, the welfare, all that stuff, blah, 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 that she can still get what a family would normally provide without
Uh
having
huh.
to submit to the family unit. So if we did this, this would curb women's behavior, and it would make them stop having children, and it would make them think before they had children. Because right now they just, oops, I got pregnant, I'm just going to have a child. No, they would stop doing that because it would be harsher consequences for them doing that.
See, my thing is, I think until you fix the hypersexualized culture, none of that other stuff matters because
You
you
don't
still
have to
have
fix
women.
that.
You, but you would have to otherwise because you have women that don't fear that consequence already.
No, no, no. By fixing the consequences, there's always going to be people who do anything anyway. Even in states where you have the death penalty, people still, commit capital crimes. All right, there's going to be a segment of people that do what they want to do because that's just what people are going to do. But it would drastically reduce the amount of women who just have these oops babies when they realize that there's no safety net in them doing so. And we don't live in the 1800s where women don't have access to, birth control and things like that. Women fully can control whether or not they get pregnant or have a child in 2022. There's no excuse for that. And if you remove the safety net and the incentive for them doing it, the majority, well, I believe over 80% will stop just having these oops babies because they won't have any financial benefit to doing it. And it'll curb the behavior by, I think, 80 greater than 80%.
Hmm.
Do you think Future would have all these kids? We'll take it away from Future. Do you think if child support was abolished, these women would just be having all these kids like this? There would be no incentive for them to do it, so they wouldn't do it. If a woman knew that you got her knocked up and y'all met at the club and you got her knocked up and financial abortion is a thing, do you think she's just gonna let her have a child by a man she's not even in a relationship with like they do now? No. They're gonna think twice. They're gonna be like, you know what? I can't get no child support from this guy. I can't get any government incentives to help with this child. I'm not gonna put myself in this situation. And they will wait, and it will return the structure of the family unit. It will help to return to families. But that's why men are going to have to push if they want, families to return. That's my opinion on it, though.
What men
Hmm.
are going to have to push for families to return?
The men who want families to return.
You mean the men that make laws?
No, I mean the men that suffer from them.
So what men would be in power to help families return?
Men, the general citizenry are going to have to lobby to get these things done. I've always said men are, gonna have to just put it on the wood like olden days to get some of
What
this
things
stuff
done?
changed because it's too baked in. But the citizens, the men, citizens who are affected by this are going to have to be the ones that change it.
Change what, the laws?
Yes,
Okay, so the
like when they
men.
storm the Capitol plan, but it's going to have to be like that. But seriously, if it comes to that.
So you're saying the average man
Mhm.
is going to have to create families in order for the stuff that you described to stop. Is that correct?
No, I said the average men are going to have to get these laws changed if they want to see a return of families.
So the lawmakers, you're saying if the lawmakers change the laws, then the family structure is going to return. Is that correct?
Yes, if they change them the way that I'm saying that, it will create a return to traditional family structure. Yes.
I think
Earlier,
it
you
would.
hold
I
on,
think
Multiple
it
hold on.
would.
times.
I don't know who you are, but you're kind of in the way. So earlier you said the men who make laws at
Hmm.
the very top,
Hmm.
they make laws that are for single mothers to destroy families.
They make
And I
laws to,
asked,
to keep the government in power. Correct.
why would they make laws to destroy families if they have a family themselves? And you
Hmm.
gave a reason. So
Hmm.
now you're saying that the men who are making laws need to change the laws for families to return. So how
I
are
said the
families?
men who the laws are affecting are going to have to get these laws forcibly changed.
The laws affect everybody. So my next question is, how are families created?
When a man marries a woman and then they have children,
Okay. So if men want families to return, why are they not marrying women as opposed to getting them pregnant?
because of these wicked laws that exist that destroy men.
So you're saying that men are going around
Mhm.
volunteering to put themselves on child support by having sex with women out of wedlock. That's the reason why they're not creating families.
No, I'm
Is
saying
that
that these laws disincentivize families and they incentivize this ridiculous out of wedlock behavior we see from single mothers. The laws incentivize that behavior, and the laws disincentivize men from getting married, which is something that we talk about ad nauseum in this space. Why men don't want to get married and don't trust the legal system and family court, how it's unfair, how all these things are unfair towards men. It's a recurring theme in this space, literally.
so? You're saying that men do not want to get married because the laws do not benefit being married. Is that correct?
I'm saying that men want to get married, but they choose not to because of these laws that are against them. Yes.
So men are choosing not to get married because of the
Opting out
laws,
of it. Yes.
but they're
That
ch-
is
but
that is
they're
one reason.
but they're but they're choosing to get put on child support.
They're not choosing. The government is strong arming them to be put on child support because the government can bring to bear more violence than that individual person can, and that's why they're able to do that. They're not choosing to be on child support. The government is choosing to put them on child support, and because the government has more violence at its disposal, they're able to enforce that against the men.
So you're saying that the government is forcing men to
Hmm.
get women pregnant.
No, the government is forcing men to be on child support. Those are two separate things.
So you're saying that a man
Hold
knows
on. Child support is
the
a
child
government
support,
invention. Do we agree
right?
on that?
But
No, hold
how
on.
it is a
Before we
government
say
invention.
anything else, no, no,
I
no.
do agree. I do agree that men
You agree
created
what?
child
No,
support
no. Do you
laws.
agree that child support is a government invention?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Continue.
So what I'm saying is, so my next question is based off what we and I agree on. How
Hmm.
is child support
Hmm.
executed?
What do you mean? How does it happen? When a woman has a kid and she puts the man on child support, the government determines a number that the man has to pay, and if he doesn't pay it, there's consequences.
So a woman gets
Hmm.
pregnant and
Hmm.
puts a man on child support.
Correct.
Do you do you believe that women are approaching men for like relationships or sex or anything?
Yes, and yes, they are approaching men.
So women are approaching men and getting their phone numbers, taking them out on dates. Is that what you're
In some
saying?
instances, yes.
Can you give examples that are worth mentioning?
Examples of women talking about shoot your shot. You can YouTube right now.
No, not shoot your
Women who
shot,
shot
but
their
women
shot. You
approaching
asked for
men.
examples. I'm giving you the examples, or you no longer want the examples.
Well, women approaching men is not shoot your shot. They're telling the man to shoot the shot at the woman.
No, you see, you didn't listen to what I said because you didn't really want me to answer it, which is fine. If you don't really want me to answer it, you can just move to your next point.
Well, no, I'm asking ways that women are approaching men for relationships.
And I'm telling you that women are telling other women to shoot your shot. And I'm telling you right now, if you can YouTube right now and see plenty of examples of women encouraging other women for those women to shoot their shot at men to start these relationships. That's the evidence. You can YouTube it right now and you will find plenty of video of that occurring, is what I'm telling you. Now, do I agree with the point that it is mostly still men that initiate with women? Yes.
Okay, so women are telling women to
Hmm.
shoot their shot at men.
Hmm.
How often do you believe that that occurs where a woman is approaching a man for a relationship, asking him out on a date, getting his
3
phone
out of
number?
10.
Okay, so 30%. Women don't normally approach men for
That
relationships.
would be in line with it being only 30%.
Right. So men are at a greater scale and number and percentage approaching women for relationships.
I already
So
said that men
men
do it the
are in
majority.
right. So men are initiating contact with the entire relationship process.
The
So
majority of the time, yes.
why are men volunteering to put themselves on child support
Men are not
by
volunteering to put themselves.
by
You're
having
making
sex with
illogical leaps.
women? No, I mean I'm just asking because
You're making illogical leaps. I reject the premise upon which you're stating that because I already explained to you how men get put on child support, and that's not what that is. I don't accept the leap that you're trying to make that because men initiate relationships, they're putting themselves on child support. I reject that.
okay. So do you believe that if a man gets a woman pregnant and does not marry her, he'll be put on child support?
If the woman files for him to be put on child support, yes, he will be put on child support.
So I ask the question again: why are men volunteering to get put on child support
I
by
reject
having
that.
sex with women?
We disagree.
Okay, I'll rephrase it. I'll rephrase it. Why are men not marrying women before getting them pregnant?
Why are men not marrying women before having sex? Because they don't want to. Because they want to
Exactly.
have sex. Men want to have sex. Men are not waiting
Exactly. That's
until marriage to have
we
sex. Sex and child support are a separate thing. No, I'm not going to sit up here and let you equate men wanting sex with men have wanted since the beginning of time and will want till the end of time with this new modern construction imposed by the government called child support that men should stop wanting sex and blah. No, I'm not going for that. You can accept that. I reject that.
I'm accepting what you just said. Men are not wanting to marry women. They're wanting to have sex with them. Sex leads to
That's false. Men
pregnancy.
also want to marry women to the tune so much that they are willing to travel and have this movement called Passport Bros, where men are going overseas to try and find wives. That's how bad men want marriage.
Okay. So then you men are having sex with women and getting them pregnant,
Yes.
but they're not marrying them. So the woman gets pregnant and she more than likely is going to file
A
for
woman
child
does not have
support.
to be marriageable for a man to have sex with her.
Right. So men are having sex with women that are not marriageable.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the point of the music videos. These women wouldn't exist, the ghetto culture wouldn't exist and continue to thrive if men were marrying women as opposed to just having sex with them and whatever happens, happens. You understand?
That's false. Yeah, I understand that that's your point that you're making, but I disagree with it.
You just said it.
I did not just say it. That's what you heard and inferred from what I said. That's what you gathered from it, but that's not what I was implying.
Okay. So are men wanting sex from women out of wedlock?
We're going in circles. I already answered
Well,
that like a
right. And
bajillion
I'm
times.
going off of what you just said. It's not an illogical leap of logic when you're the one that's saying it. You just said men want to have sex with women. They
Hmm.
don't want to marry them in every case. Then the
Hmm.
woman gets pregnant and she more than likely is going to file for child support and he's going to get put on child support.
Hmm.
So men know exactly what's going to happen if they have sex with a woman and she gets pregnant as opposed to marrying a woman and she gets pregnant.
If men who marry women get put on child support all the time, the issue is the government strong arming men because it can bring to bear more violence than those men can bring to that government
You said a
on an
man
individual
will
level.
marry a woman and while she's his wife, she'll put him on child support
Not while she's his wife, but if anything, if that union dissolves, then he'll be put on child support.
if they get divorced. Or you think if she gets
Yeah, if
divorced,
the
she can
union
put him on child
dissolves,
support?
that's what that means.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
question: Can I, now one of the things that I had a few other people listen to the video.
Mm.
The video said that um, the man made false promises to the woman and then left her.
That's what she said personally.
That's what she said in the video.
When did she say that in the video?
She said that in the video. The dude made promises of a family and then left her hanging.
I didn't hear that in the video.
It's literally no
What were the
rap.
lyrics?
You listen. I've already. I'm sending. I already have. I'm out and about. But I promise you, Jay, that girl already told the cap. It's a kappa. He made
Nah,
promise
I didn't hear any. I need to hear those lyrics.
again. Like you need to hear it again.
He played it
No, I don't want
twice.
to hear it. You could just read me the lyrics of where she said
I'm
he made
literally telling
promises.
you exactly what the man just said. The girl said that he made promises and he did not keep the promises. So she said, "I wish I could dead this nigga. Only I didn't shoot the nigga because I have his child." That's
Nah, I
literally what he
doubt that's
said.
true.
Wait, so wait, what's not true? The man making promises or the woman not wanted to. The woman wanted to shoot him because now she's stuck with a kid.
The man making her promises. The promise is called we're getting married.
Wait, do you think that men make promise? Do you think that people make promises and don't keep them, like they fall out?
What do people make promises and then not keep them? Yeah, all the time.
Okay, so do you think that like some people say I'm gonna marry you, and then
Hmm.
the girl think that they're gonna get married, and then say, well, I got the pussy, I'm out.
Yeah, and that's why I tell women they should not have children outside of wedlock because it's not just the okay, I got the pussy and I'm out. It's the she stops doing what she's supposed to be doing, or she starts getting out of pocket or whatever, and then it's no longer um she's no longer a favorable candidate to be a wife because she messed up. It's not just they be trying to paint that story like it's just the man that just messed up. No, she messed up. And most of the time, like 9 out of 10 times, it's the woman's fault. 9 out of 10.
Okay,
And the way that they get around that is by listening to me and not having any kids until they're already married. That way they don't gotta guess is a ring coming. But they're
do
not
you
smart enough to figure that out just yet.
do you think that the man should have wore the condom, or that they don't have to wear a condom?
They don't have to.
Now, why do you think that they don't have to wear a condom?
Some people don't like it. I don't
Jr.
I don't I don't like the way they feel.
Jr. Don't tell me that you're going around without a condom, busting up in women's guts.
No,
Please.
I don't have any kids. But sex with a condom versus bare sex, I don't know anybody that's been in a relationship that's using condoms every time. I don't know any.
Wait,
I don't
Jr. Jr.
I don't know any.
Lord have mercy. Save us,
I
Jesus.
don't know any people in relationships. I don't know. I don't know what people y'all know. I don't know any people that are in relationships with people that are using condoms every time they have sex. I don't
Jr.
know any.
Jr. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mahogany.
Okay, because I
But
can't.
that's also a separate
Oh,
point.
Lord, I can't be up here too long with this person. But I want to, I mean, and maybe he could respond after I leave the panel. But at what point are the men held to any response? Even though that's what I'm saying, this whole conversation is completely different than what we were talking about. But since he wants to constantly, every conversation, talk about
No, no,
financial.
no, no, no. Me and this man below me were having a separate conversation, separate from
I'm
anything that you were
not
talking about.
talking about you. I'm talking about how you derailed the conversation.
I didn't derail
You
anything
do
because,
it
ma'am,
all
you
the
weren't here.
time. Every
You were
conversation.
not here, ma'am.
I
I was
was
having
here.
a
I was
conversation
listening
with
the whole
BMT,
time, and
and
you
then the
went
man below me were having a
verbatim
separate
to financial
conversation.
abortion like you always do.
Ma'am, I didn't
You
derail
do not
anything.
use the word financial abortion. You
I
use it
did not
every
derail
live stream.
anything.
You use it every live stream that you come on to
Ma'am,
BMT.
ma'am, listen,
You
you were
use
not
it
even on
every
the
live
panel with
stream.
me. It was
So
me and
like
BMT.
I,
It was
BMT,
me
am
and
I gonna be allowed?
BMT,
Can
and
you
then
drop
the
the
man below me had a separate conversation.
Am I
I don't
gonna be
even know what
allowed
your
to speak?
conversation was about.
Okay,
So
then
don't
we'll
Okay,
don't
just
try
okay.
to say
talk
I
over you.
derailed your
All right,
Okay,
wait,
conversation.
wait,
you
wait, wait,
bitch
wait.
ass nigga.
Let only
But
one can talk at.
she's lying. Let me make this
Let
point
Ain't
real
one.
nobody
quick.
lying on you.
Let
You bring
her.
up the words financial abortion every time.
BMT, she's lying. Let me make this point real quick.
Ji. Let
Did
her
he
say
not
her
use the
statement.
words financial abortion? He did.
Not to
Now,
you.
okay,
It
okay.
Nobody was
doesn't
talking to
matter.
you at
You're
all.
bringing it up, and that's not what the conversation is about. You do
The
this all
conversation
the
was
time
about what
because you're
me
an
and this
entire
man below me
weirdo.
were talking
You're
about.
an entire fucking freak. You don't have a
Me
fucking
and
baby.
this
Why
man
are
were
you
having
so
a
obsessed
conversation
with
completely
motherfucking
separate from what
children
you're
if you
talking
don't
about.
have any? You don't
I
have a
don't know what
bitch,
you're
but
triggered
you stay
about.
talking about motherfucking pussy.
I
It
don't know
doesn't make
what you're triggered
sense.
about.
I'm triggered about you being a motherfucking idiot. And you do this shit every time you come over here.
BMT,
That's
tell
why
her
I
keep
don't
it
know
cool,
why
bro.
you're allowed on anybody's planet. You're a freaking brain dead idiot. You don't make sense. What the
BMT,
fuck
that's the
does
second time
financial
she's
abortion
insulted
have
me.
to do with the conversation of rap lyrics and why
That's the
these people are
second
doing
time
what
she's
they're
insulted
doing?
me, BMT.
Anyway, nigga, am I gonna
Ad
be allowed to
hominem.
speak PMT without this death mate?
This stupid bitch.
And you
Listen,
the stupid bitch, mom. Your mama
I
is the
wasn't
stupid
even
bitch.
talking to
She's the
this
one who
bitch.
gave
Me and
birth
the
to
man
your weak
underneath
shit
me were
ass.
having a
She's the
productive
whole fucking
conversation.
retard bitch. And now we
Me
stuck
and this
listening
man,
to
and
your
now this
stupid
whore done
ass.
came up
So
here.
your mama
This
is the
dumb bitch
stupid
done came up
motherfucking bitch
here
for
and
having your
derailed it.
retarded ass. A whole fucking
Now I
grown
wasn't
man
saying
got a
anything to this
Wolverine
bitch,
motherfucking avatar.
to this
Nigga,
gutter
get your
mouth
life.
bitch,
Better get
and to the
kill
man
yourself,
beneath me.
bitch
See,
ass nigga.
this is
Kill
an
yourself,
example
you stupid
of
motherfucker.
one of
You
them
get
gutter
up here
hood rat
all the
bitches,
time and do the
and why
same
these
shit
bitches are not
over
wife
and
material.
fucking over.
I didn't say anything to this bitch or
I
about this
didn't
bitch.
say no,
I
nigga, you
was
didn't,
talking
because I got
to
off
the
the
man
panel before
underneath
your
me.
retarded ass got on. Because I know you
Exactly.
are so
You were
stupid,
gone, and
you
I
run
said
half
nothing
the
to
people
you or
off the
about you.
fucking panel
And
with
she
your
got on this panel
stupidness.
with all this
You
energy
do
to me
this
for
all
what?
the fucking time, J.I.
For
Shut the
what?
fuck up. Shut your stupid ass the
I
fuck up.
didn't even talk to this bitch.
Anyway,
I was talking to
okay,
BMT
that's what we
and
Okay,
then the
do with
wait,
man
wait,
beneath me.
BMT.
wait,
That's
wait.
what we do
Okay,
with BMT,
what's
because I'm
going
not going
on?
to stop.
What's going
BMT.
on? What's going on? What's
Can
going
I
on?
tell
She
I haven't
started
been off the top
insulting
this
me.
dumbass?
Okay,
She
okay,
started
okay.
Your
insulting me,
dumbass
Listen,
won't
and then
shut
I
the
started
listen.
fuck
insulting
up.
her.
Hold up. Wait. I just got back. Okay, so
She started
I
insulting me, and
have
then
no
I
time.
started
I'm
insulting her.
talking, bitch. I'm
listen.
talking.
Shut
Stop.
your
No,
dumb ass
no
up, you
ad
You
ratchet
shut
ass
the
hominem.
fuck
bitch.
up. Okay, here we
Listen,
go.
You
listen, listen,
You
worthless
listen,
want to do
ratchet
listen,
ass
something,
slut.
bitch? I'm gonna fucking talk. How about that?
listen,
Because I'm
listen.
sick of you.
Yeah,
This dumbass
You
bitch.
no,
fucking
Nobody said
dumb.
anything to this bitch,
listen.
Come on
I'm
BMT.
about to
camera.
drop both of y'all.
Come on camera.
Listen.
It's
Stop it.
easy to sit up there and talk shit and you never show up on camera because you know you're a fucking idiot and you know you sound like a fucking
Stop.
idiot.
Mahogany. Stop calling names. Ji. No names.
No,
That
she
one.
started with the names. That's why I had to
Nigga,
get
no,
Okay.
busy
I
with it.
didn't. I said that you come up here talking about the same old BS and you started talking over me. So I
Okay.
called you what you are.
Okay. So listen. No ad hominems. Okay.
I just say what I came up here to say and I'll leave.
Okay. Say your piece, Mahogany. Say your piece, and then Ji is going to respond. Now, you cannot get mad if he responds back to you.
He
Okay.
can suck a whole penis because I'm about to leave this panel, but I do want to say this. This is why he doesn't really understand what he's doing. Or maybe he does. Maybe he thinks this is funny. I don't find it funny at all. He done drove half the people out the chat room away. I think it's sad, and he does this every time he comes up here. But my question is simple. At what point do the men that impregnate these women that later on come on complaining about child support, at what point do they have any responsibility at all? No one's forcing you to have sex with these women. And like the brother CK said, if you're really interested in families, you would make these women your wives. And if you're not interested in making them more wives, then you shouldn't be fucking them in the first place. Or maybe you should do what your mama should have did to you, bitch nigga, and swallowed your punk ass.
Mahogany. Stop calling people bitch, nigga.
All right, now I'm gonna
Ji, you
respond.
can respond, Ji.
Now, BMT, was it not just me and you on the panel? I never said a word to her. I never said a word about her. Me and this gentleman to my left were having a conversation, and me and him disagree. But BMT, did at any point were me and this man yelling at each other?
No, you were not. Y'all two were
Were
having a
me and this
very
man
well.
cussing each other out?
Y'all were having a very cordial conversation. We actually were enjoying it. Y'all were having a
We were
cordial
having a
conversation.
good conversation. Now, whoever this that hood rat bitch was, I didn't say anything to her, number one, and I didn't say anything about her at all. So I don't know why she felt the need to come up here talking to me because I never said anything to her or about her. So that's weird to me. And then she wants to make it like I'm weird. When I'm having a normal conversation with another adult, and even though we disagree, we're talking through it like adults do. And she
Okay.
gets on here with all this energy for me when I never said anything to her or about her. So I don't know what her issue is or who she is. But to the brother next to me, that is an example of how these women are not marriageable. That is an
Fine.
example of how these women are not worth being wives.
All right, Ji, give your final thoughts, and CK wrap. Let's go ahead and wrap it up, brother. I gotta go into another show. Go ahead, um, and thank you, David. David, you did a really good show. I got to do a response to that. I expect there will be a response, David, to why women should be oppressed. I have to do the show. It was a very good show. I enjoyed it. Listening to your intake on it. The guys, I know what some of them guys, they were off the hinge, but I definitely enjoyed listening to your point of view, David. Okay. Like the video, you guys. All right, JI, and then CK, and then after that, I got to go on to my next show. Go for it.
All right, that's all I got. Appreciate it. Good discourse to the brother next to me. Uh, Thanks for having me, BMT. You got it.
No problem. CK, you did an outstanding job. You did an outstanding job. You brought amazing critical information. I enjoyed listening to you and JI back and forth on the topic. You kept it straight and accurate as always. What is your take on everything that was said and also on that of these videos? Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, BMT, for allowing me to come up here and speak. Thank you for the chat for you guys' constructive criticism, and also thank you, JI. So, in my opinion, I do believe that the rap videos you played were deplorable and there were degenerates in those videos. But we have a society that's ran by men, where men are pretty much in power. There aren't women doing drive-bys, there aren't women gangs that aren't under men with men leadership. Men have always ran the show, so to speak. So, in my opinion, the women that are rapping in the videos that are deplorable as far as content, they are a product of their environment, and the environment was created by the men who are there or used to be there. So, JI was saying women should stop having children out of wedlock, but men are going to have sex but not want to get married because of the laws that are created by other men who have families, who are creating laws to hurt people who have families. So it's a lot of redundancy, and I think the issue really is that there are a lot of guys that want to be deadbeat dads but don't say that they're deadbeat dads. And by JI's own words, men are going to continue to add to the ghetto culture. Even though he didn't say that exactly, that's pretty much what the consensus is. JI saying Mahogany is gutter. I don't believe she's gutter. I've seen her content. I think she's just upset. But him saying that she's gutter and that she's not marriage material, yet, let's just say not him, a guy like him would still have sex with her, get her pregnant, but not marry her. Then blame her for having a baby or blame her for deleting her child like they do in these manosphere spaces. So when it boils down to it, we as men, if we stop getting these women pregnant, if we stop entertaining women that we don't want to marry, if we focus on creating family and creating daughters who will be marriage material and having sons follow in our footsteps to only deal with women who are marriage material, that would fix future communities that are going to be around. But because, by JI's own words, men are going to want to have sex, not be married, and the whole initiation of creating a child first comes from sex and sexual reproduction, we're going to continue to race to the bottom. So that's all I have, BMT. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
No, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys. I try to keep these panels respectful and stay out of the ad hominems. Thank you guys. I do appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all give the content is due likes and clicks. Um, um, and definitely, we try to keep it respectful. We don't have to agree, but we can have the conversation. Like I said, that was very good between CK and JI. Like they had a very good analytical conversation. It couldn't get no better than that. So I'll see you guys later. Yeah, thank you, Star Platinum. It was a very good discussion. Um, I'm about to head back. I'm about to head over to my other network channel. I got to do a show called Culture Watch. It's with the other people. Hey, I gotta do my other job. I'll see you guys later. Hope to see y'all there. Peace.